Who here knows what a portfolio review is? No one? Okay. Well, first of all, my name is Leslie. I work at the Eccles Community Arts Center, so maybe some of you have been there before, shown your art for the high school art show, that sort of thing. I'm doing outreach programs for high schoolers this year. I can answer any questions that you guys might have. Just ask me a question if you have it. But what I'm going to talk to you about right now is a portfolio review, and what that is we gather together some college and university professors, and we're bringing them to the Eccles Community Arts Center on November 14th. That's a Saturday. And we just put them in rooms and sign up students to come talk to them. So you will come to the Arts Center, bring a portfolio, which is about 7 to 12 of your best works. You put that together, you bring it, and you just kind of lay it out in front of these professors and just talk to them. They give you advice. You can ask them questions about their programs. They can ask you questions about your ideas about how you want to go to college, if you want to pursue the arts, stuff like that. So what we're doing is I contacted some Weber State University professors, Utah State University professors. I contacted the U, UVU, Westminster College, SLIC, a lot of universities and colleges statewide, and most of them are sending some professors to Eccles to just kind of sit there and wait for you guys to come talk to them. So the reason that I wanted to put a portfolio review together was there's always one every year at the Springville Museum, and that's a really great opportunity for students to go down and meet these professors, ask them about their colleges. So you don't have to run all the way up to Logan or all the way down to Salt Lake and meet with faculty. You can just meet with all of them in one building. But when I was in high school, I had a job. I didn't want to spend the money on gas. Like Springville is 2 hours away? It's really far away. And so I skipped my portfolio review. And so my first college critique was awful. I was just a wreck, and I didn't know how to talk about my work. I was not prepared for the way professors on the college level speak. I wasn't prepared for anyone else's point of view other than my high school art teacher and my parents, which they're like, "You're great," they loved everything I did. But I wasn't prepared for the kind of academic rigor that the college level really brings. And so, but my brother was, because he went to a portfolio review, and he actually ended up linking up with teachers, getting their emails, talking with them, finding out how to get scholarships. He ended up with 2 scholarship offers to 2 different schools, got to choose which one he wanted to go to. So these portfolio reviews are a really good opportunity, and the high school teacher up at Ben Lomond, her name is Erica, she asked if we would be interested in doing a portfolio review in Ogden, because we understand that a lot of students might not have the connections, I guess, to get all the way down to Springville to spend a Saturday there. So that's why we're trying to do it in Ogden, to better serve you guys that live here in Ogden. So does anyone have any questions about what a portfolio would be? Are you guys working on portfolios right now? You're putting them together for is that what you still do?
Attention all student council members, I need you to meet Mr. Post in his office, all student council members.
Okay, so you guys, you'd want to bring, your portfolio. It doesn't have to be framed, just make sure it's finished. It's your best work. It's better to have 7 really good works than 7 good works and 5 okay works. Because you never know if they want to just talk about your work and stuff, So bring your best work, whether it's 2D, 3D, these professors, they can talk about pretty much any platform in art. You want to dress professionally, look like you own a shower, don't come in all smelly and in your pajamas. You want to act like you're actually, because you're meeting with college professors that you might someday decide to go and take their classes. They don't want to remember you as the garbage can. It stinks. So, dress professionally, act professionally. You'll want to kind of do some research if you're interested in a specific school, but like say you're interested in USU, but you also might want to think about staying in Ogden for at least your associates or something like that. Do some research on both schools so you can actually ask these professors some good questions like, you know, look at my work, I like to do portraits. Which classes do you guys have in your department right now that would help me hone in that skill? Stuff like that, you can ask them all sorts of questions. Does anyone have any questions so far? No one ever has questions.
Time-wise, so it starts what time and then goes to what time?
All right, so I have it right now starting at, said this like 5 times, I never remember. I have it starting at 10 and it'll go till 3. I'm gonna probably try to get students to come in the morning, because if I can let the professors leave early, I will. But I have it scheduled from 10 to 3 on that Saturday, November 14th. And each meeting with a professor will last 15 minutes. So I have a schedule, and you guys will have to call or email me to like register. And so all I'll ask you is, what's your name, what school are you from? What's your focus on if you have a focus? Which schools do you really want to talk to? And we'll go through a schedule. I have 15-minute slots that I can drop you in. Something different about our portfolio review is down at Springville, they cap you at 3 universities. I'll let you talk to as many people as you can as long as it makes sense time-wise. We're not going to like overlap any meetings. So you guys can talk to 4, 5, 6 different universities as long as it works time-wise. And we'll give you like 5 minutes to go from room to room to set up your stuff and that sort of thing.
So what colleges are going to be there?
So far, I have confirmations from Weber State University, Utah State University, Utah Valley University. I have someone interested from Westminster. They are a digital media. Same from Slick, because those are kind of more applied arts. I'm getting in contact with the U right now, and I have a confirmation from BYU as well. So we will be having professors from the major universities, and I will have the names of those professors by the end of the month, early October. Registration will open October 12th. If you decide that you want to require your students to do a portfolio review, I'll come here and just register them here if you wanted to set up a date. Otherwise, we open up on the 12th. You can email me or call me. And when you email me or call me, if you're only interested in talking to so-and-so from Utah State University, ask me if they'll be there. And if they're not, I can find out if they're at Springville. I can let you know which one to go to. So, you know, I'm not gonna try and just get you to Eccles, because I'm not making any money off of it. So I want you guys to find the professors that you wanna talk to and find the schools that you wanna talk to, because I want you guys to go to college for art if that's what you're interested in, because this portfolio review is really gonna open doors, and it's gonna be kind of an easier step to take instead of just leaping into that college atmosphere.
And if they're, like, I have students that they really enjoy art, but they're not going to move on to college, it's still a great opportunity for you guys, because you're taking AP art, or because you're in the advanced classes, just to have the FaceTime with a college professor to look at your artwork. That is something that I hardly ever got in high school. That's a really cool opportunity. So even if you don't know 100% that you're going to be going into the arts for college, you guys are all very talented artists, and you should have your artwork judged and be able to talk about it with someone that is incredibly qualified to do so.
And it's probably also going to be really fun. If that's something that you like to do, is talk about your work and actually get some good feedback, and you're interested in honing in your skills, it could be fun, even if you're not planning on going to college. You know, you're not registering for school, you're not asking for scholarships here, you're just meeting with people in the field, just having fun and talking to them about your own work. And if you're interested in maybe, maybe you want to be a teacher, like an English teacher with an art minor or something like that, they probably know who you need to get in contact with. You can come show them your work, talk about your work, and say, I'm also interested in, literature. And they'd be like, oh, I know this great professor, we work with them all the time. Let me give you their number, let me give you my card, get in contact with me, I'll get you in contact with the people you need. And, you don't have to pay to come do this. It's free. So if you guys are planning on going to school for, accounting, why not come and talk to a professor and ask them, hey, I want to be an accountant, so what can you tell me about the accounting place? And they might say nothing, but here's a professor, here's their email, check them out, tell them that you met me, that sort of thing. So.
Yep. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Well,
but it's a good way to talk to people from universities without having to truck yourself and your parents and all those people up and make an appointment, and wait for them, and then walk around the school and listen to stuff you might not be interested in just to wait for the stuff you are interested in. So, Any other questions? No? Can I tell you about a couple more things we're doing
Go for it.
for high school students? Okay, so we're also offering internships, artist residencies, and group shows at Eccles, if that's something you're interested in. If you're interested in professional development, internships are really good. We have an intern right now, and what she's helping us with is basic office work, but she's also helping me with my outreach stuff. So she's helping me talk to schools about this portfolio review. She also is helping me go into elementary schools and do art projects with elementary students as outreach, and she also helps me teach classes at Eccles. So, working with kids is something you're interested in. Internships can be really fun, and then it also kind of gives you that workplace. What's the word? I don't know. But anyway, it gives you an opportunity to know what it's like to work in an office, which is sometimes fun. We also have these artist residencies, and what we're doing is we're giving 4 weeks. You can use our classroom as your own personal studio space. Work on some of your own work at the Art Center. You can curate your own one-person show, like 5 to 10 pieces at the gallery. We'll have it up for people to look at First Friday Art Stroll. You'll also have the opportunity to teach a workshop to kids or adults, whatever you're more comfortable with. So the artist residency is kind of fun. It also looks really cool on the resume if you're saying I was a resident at the ECAC and I did my own show and all this stuff. And then we're also offering group shows. So if 3 to 5 students want to group together, have 2 or 3 pieces each, you can curate a show at Eccles Community Arts Center on the 3rd floor or in the carriage house, depending on what we have available. You have to have your work framed and wired so we can hang it professionally. But that's another thing that you can put on your CV or your resumes, that you curated a show, you were part of this show, you facilitated it, that sort of thing. We also do show cards, get some mailers out to friends and family, and that show will be up during our First Friday Art Stroll opening, so a lot of community members will be able to come in through and look at your work. And you also always have the opportunity to sell your artwork at the center. And then just another thing that I'm gonna dump on you guys, I'm doing a bunch of stuff. I'm putting together a coloring book. This is for adults in retirement homes. Has anyone used an adult coloring book? They're super fun, super intricate designs, and you just sit there and color each piece, and it's really relaxing. Well, we're trying to make one that's all about Ogden to take into retirement homes and give it no charge. We send volunteers, and they'll give these books and talk with the retirees and color, and it's super fun. And I'm just looking for artwork to put in it. There's no entry fee. You can take one of these handouts, draw up a little drawing with the intention to be colored about Ogden, about Weber County, something like that might be kind of fun and interesting to color, and then just email it to me. And then if you guys get into the book, I'll give you a free book. You can show it to people and say, oh, look,
So you're published.
So that's pretty much all the stuff I have this year for high schoolers. Do you guys have any questions about anything? Oh, man.
Hey, what's the deadline for the group show and those things?
Okay. Well,
how do I get students to apply to that?
I am going to give you guys these handouts. I have our website at the bottom, www.ogdenforarts.org. If you guys go under educational programs for high school students, everything I just told you about is on there, and it also has, I have about 5 blocks open for the group shows, and it'll give you the time that your stuff would hang, as well as the deadline for the application. And then you can also download the applications if you click on the word applications, which is bright red at the top of the screen. Or you can email me if you can't find it, I'll just send you the forms. So, that's it. Any other questions?